Hello and welcome back to my channel, Bumblebee Corner. My name is Lisa. Today we are creating, I'm a little bit behind, but we are using Sonnet's Maker's Box from May. I've had these projects done for a couple weeks, but I got everything done. Life happened, and my dog was sick for a little bit, and then we left for vacation to go see my other grandkids. And now I'm back and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to get this video up and I hope you enjoy. So let's get going. My first project, I am using these frames that I've had, and I'm thinking these just came from like Dollar Tree or something, but you can use any frames that you want. So for the first project, I am just going to take the back off of both of these frames. And I'm trying to, these are Connie Lines and Designs papers, these are exclusive to the Maker's Box. Connie designs these just for the Maker's Box, and you can't just purchase them. You can only get them within the Maker's Box. So she did two papers for this month's box. One was called Rooted in Freedom, and the other one is Star Stripes and Summer Blooms. But I think this one might be called Rooted in Freedom. So at first when I looked at these, I don't know, some people think they kind of look like there's florals coming out of books, is what I take them as. So I am just going to go ahead and I am using one of the paints that comes from Fusion Mineral Paint. You get two different samples. This month it is Winchester and Paisley, and I believe this one was the Paisley. It's just a really pretty kind of bluish gray color. So I thought this would complement this paper really well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint both of these frames. And I did get pretty good coverage, but I'm going to do two coats, and this is a one-step frame or paint, so the sealer and everything is in there, so you just got to paint it and you are done. So let me go ahead and get these frames painted up and we'll set them aside to dry. So here is my next project. I had this looked like a little cutting board that I've had this for a really long time, and I had just kind of painted it up and put this sheep transfer on it, but I've had it for a while and it never sold, and I was going to kind of add to it just to make it whatever, but I thought, you know what, I am going to repaint this, and then I am going to add that other Connie Lines and Designs rice paper, which is Star Stripes and Summer Blooms, and I'm going to add this, and then you can just use it kind of as a shelf sitter, in like a tiered tray. If you had a larger tier tray, you could hang it on the wall. Do whatever you wanted. So many options. I thought it has that hole in there. It would look really good. You can even hold it or hang it from like if you had a shelf with little peg hooks or something on there, it would look cute. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this white because I really want that paper to pop. So usually the background, wherever the paper is going to go, I always like to paint it with some type of white. You can use whatever white you have. I'm using I believe this is a DIY paint. I believe it was beadboard, but you can use any white paint will work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this painted with two coats, and I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll come back for the next step. I got that all painted. Everything is dry. So I am just kind of laying that where I want it. I am using liquid patina. Again, you can use any type of decoupage medium you have on hand, or anything that you want to use is fine. So I am using the liquid patina. I am just going to go over it. And then I do grab my water bottle and spritz it. It just kind of stretches those fibers a little bit and helps to alleviate any wrinkles. And then I'm just going to go over the top with a nice good coat. And once I get it all down there, then I'm just going to mist the other half. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to lift up that bottom and lay a good coat of liquid patina down, and then go right over the top with more. I did go a little heavy with this liquid patina. Sometimes I do normally use the Fusion. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Fusion decoupage medium. But I didn't have it right next to me, so I went with what I had right there. And then I just kind of poked a hole just to kind of where that hole was. And then just kind of cut some circles because I wanted to make sure that would lay down really well. And once it dries completely, I do take a little sander, or you could use a little X-Acto knife or whatever you have. And then this is some stuff. This is a trick from Connie from the Painted Photographer. This was something I got off Amazon also that she recommended. I can't remember. It's called like triple thick or something. It just kind of adds a little more durability to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and let it dry. Okay, while that is drying and the frames are dry, so now I'm going to prep these papers, which again, I believe this one is called Rooted in Freedom, which is an exclusive from the Painted Photographer. She draws all of these images herself, and then she paints them with DIY paint, and they are exclusive to this, to the Maker's Box. So if you want any of these papers, you do have to subscribe to get them. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off that glass. And then I just kind of use that glass as a measure to cut the papers out, just to make sure I get the right size. So then I just kind of lay that in there and just trim them up until they're going to fit completely. Connie's papers are amazing. Sometimes you just need a little bit of, you have a frame and you just want a little bit of artwork. All of her papers with the Maker's Box and the ones that you can just order, and I do have some available. I don't have my own personal website yet, but if you go to storehouseph.com, which is where I have my booth and my papers are in there, but you can also purchase them online. And I also do have an Etsy shop, which my store name for Etsy is Bumblebee Corner, and then the number 1. You can purchase papers there. So there's a pretty good assortment on there. And she just came out with a new release, so that is fun. So again, I'm just going to wipe the glass down, try to get rid of all them fingerprints. And you just lay that in there, and I'm going to lay that paper in there, and then put the backer in there, and this project is complete. And I will give you some videos at the very end to show you how all of these projects turned out. So once these are all trimmed up, I put that back piece on, and then these projects are ready to go. All right, so here is my next project. I also had this wood piece that I had just had this transfer on, and it's been sitting here. I had it in my booth for a while, and it didn't sell. And I kind of think it just isn't the vibe of my booth, so I thought I brought it home, and it's been sitting. So I thought, you know what, this would be really cool to use as with this flag paper, which this is a Roycycle decoupage paper. Again, exclusive to the Maker's Box, and I believe this one is called Vintage Old Glory. And these papers are pretty large, so you can get several projects. So I'm just going to kind of lay it out, and again with this, I'm going to give it a white background.
In this case,
so I went ahead and I have it all painted white, so now I'm going to just kind of measuring out the size of this paper that I need. And I am doing a little bit of an overhang all the way around.
It's their problem, not mine. And you didn't do that.
Just to make sure I have enough and I don't miscut. So once that is all cut, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to start decoupaging it onto this paper. All right, so now I have it all laid out, and that backing is all painted. It's all dry. So I'm using the liquid patina again. And I'm kind of doing my little starter strip here. I put a good coat, a nice smooth coat of the liquid patina from DIY. And again, you can use any decoupage medium you have. And then I did use my water mister and just kind of misted that paper to help alleviate wrinkles. I'm just going to kind of lay it down, use my hand, and I just kind of smooth it out. With this paper, it's a little bit thinner than the rice paper, so you do have to be a little more gentler. But I just kind of lift up and smooth out. And then I'm going to go right over the top, just like I did with the others, with another coat of liquid patina to seal it all in there. And I'm just going to go all over, and then once I have all that on, I am going to just lift that up and do the same thing. A nice smooth coat of liquid patina, and I just work my way all the way down. So I have that all down, and I use this heavy, what was that, heavy gel mat? Is that what that was? Which is Connie's, it's a recommendation from Connie. I know she uses it all the time, the Painted Photographer. And it just kind of gives it a little thicker shield on it, I guess is what I would call it. Just makes it a little more durable. So she always uses like a combination of the liquid patina, or a thinner medium, and then this is a little bit thicker, so it just gives it a little extra durability. All right, while that's drying, I'm going to jump back over to this project, and I am just going to paint all around the edge. And this is a this is a Fusion Mineral paint. So this must be the Winchester. So I am just going to use this, and I'm going to paint all around all of the edges, and I'm going to paint the back. And then I'm going to let that dry. And this one matched all those little flowers and the red and the flag. And it just gives it a really nice look. So let me go ahead and finish this up. So here is this one, and I'll give you the final look at the end. So stay tuned. And then for this one, I ended up doing some dark wax. I just thought it kind of gave it a little more. It already did look kind of aged, but it just made it get aged a little bit more. And I just used a DIY dark wax, and I just went over the whole entire thing. And I did end up painting the edges in the back, and I don't remember exactly what color I used to paint that, but I went over the whole entire board with the dark wax, and then I wiped away the excess. So here I am wiping away the excess. I just use a couple of paper towels just to kind of keep my fingerprints off of it. So I just kind of hold it with one and then just keep wiping with the other one until I get my desired look. So let me go ahead and finish this, and then I will come back and I will give you the final look.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my...
So what did you think of today's video? Let me know in the comments if you had a favorite. These were all fairly simple projects that I did. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you don't already, go ahead and follow me on all of my socials and keep checking back. Hit that notification button because I'm going to have some videos and some shorts coming up of some of my good thrift haul finds. I've got some really good things that I got before I left for vacation, which a lot of that will be in a future Whatnot sale. So if you're not signed up for Whatnot, head on over. I'll have a link in the description. Use that link to sign up and you'll get a credit to use that you can shop with me or with all the other great sellers there also. So go ahead and subscribe and do all the things, and I will see everybody next time. Bye.